What are the three things you like to work on?
Stance, word fillers, and eye contact.
All right, here we go.
Hi everybody, I'm Richard, go by Rick. I'm going to talk about my birth story today. 3 points I'm going to go over are my mom, my dad, how they met, and a little bit of my backstory growing up. So my dad, he's originally from Seattle, and he was 19, dropped out of college, moved down to Southern California to open a flower business right by USC. He did that for a long time. My mom, she didn't really work. She actually had some drug issues, so she was just kind of doing her own thing. And then how they met was my dad saw her in a parking lot, right in the parking lot, went up to her and was like, "Hey, you look pretty good. You want to go out with me?" That was his pickup line. Anyway, so eventually she said yes. And years later, my mom was pregnant with me, and my dad was a picture salesman at this time. He actually ended up selling his flower business, and he's a picture salesman, door to door, go knock on people's doors. And so he had a Corvette and a house, and my mom was mad at him because she knew he was pregnant with me. Why do you have this two-seater Corvette when we're about to have a family? So he actually made a baby harness out of wire coat hangers that he put me in the back of the trunk and would latch it down, and I would be suspended there, and anytime he'd take a corner too fast, I'd spin upside down. According to him, I laughed and thought it was really funny. So, but on the way to the hospital, my dad was too concerned with the Corvette because he was like, "No, you're not going to give birth in the Corvette. Like, no, you're not going to mess this car up." And he was like putting towels down, and she's like, "You don't understand. We don't get to the hospital. I'm going to give birth in your car." So my dad was more concerned about the car than he was like the actual birth. And they got to the hospital 10 minutes before I was born. So that's cutting it a little close. I was born December 20th, 1985 at Upland, California. We lived up there for a while, and then after that, we moved up to Seattle when I was about 6, and lived up there, moved around a lot. I think I've moved 73 times in my life. Went to like 7 different elementary schools, a couple high schools, but I like to move around a lot. He's a businessman, so we would move wherever his business was. And I moved back to Southern California 6 years ago, where I've been here ever since. And that was my birth story. The 3 main points I went over was my mother, my father, how they met, a little story and history about how I came out until now. So, thank you.
All right, good job.